Cyber season is in full swing with our pals Isotope and Native Instruments.
Get huge discounts on everything from Guitar Rig 7,
Complete 14 bundles,
and one of our favorites here at the Cult and Culture podcast,
Ozone 11 EQ. Go to isotope.com
and nativeinstruments.com
to feast on the audio goodness. Yum.
You can also get additional savings on other softwares by using the code
RUIN10.
DistroKid now also has a motherfucking app. The DistroKid app is available for iOS and Android. You can download it at distrokid.com/app/, or you can get it in the App Store.
Call it culture! Call it culture!
Cult and Culture with Justin Pearson.
Hey, thank you, Justin Pearson, for having me on your show, Cult and Culture. I am Eric Paul. I was the vocalist and lyricist for the bands Arab on Radar and the Chinese Stars. Now I do the same thing in a band called Doomsday Student. I was born, raised, and still reside in Providence, Rhode Island. What else can I tell you? My favorite album of all time is Trout Mask Replica by Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band. My favorite sound is thunder. Because of this, I named my cat Thunder. I take antidepressants. I drive an electric car. I enjoy gardening. My greatest fear is having a building collapse on me. My wife and I just had a son. We named him Wilder James Paul. He has very deep blue eyes. I believe he has lived 107 lives before this one. I am very, very, very nervous about him hearing my music. I am also a writer. In fact, I have a new book of flash fiction, poetry, and lyrics due out this fall on Heartworm Press out of Los Angeles, California. I am calling the book A Popular Place to Explode. I dedicated it to my mother. I'm going to take this opportunity to read a few pieces from the book. I hope to entice all you listeners out there to purchase the book. If you like what you hear, go to theheartworm.com and buy it. But keep it away from your children or parents, depending on your age. This first piece is called The Heart Attack. I was visiting with my aunt and uncle. While having a heated discussion about the upcoming presidential election, my uncle, who was leaning against the stove, put his hand to his chest, went pale, then collapsed onto the kitchen floor. Upon impact, he burst open like a water balloon dropped by some mischievous children from a rooftop. My uncle, who had just been arguing in favor of tax breaks and limited government, was now a giant pool of blood and guts at my feet. My aunt screamed, "We have to save him! We have to save him!" She pointed to the utility closet and ordered me to grab the mop and bucket. In an attempt to comfort her, I wrapped my arms around her and whispered, "He's gone." There was nothing we could do. She pushed me away and grabbed the drinking straw out from a fountain soda on the counter. She got down on her hands and knees and began sucking up my dead uncle as if he were a Bloody Mary. I'd heard my mother gossip about my aunt's drinking. I wasn't surprised. You are a terrible home surgeon. While out mowing the lawn, a small bird flew into my chest and stuck there. It's America. I can't afford health insurance, I said. I need you to remove it. It's not that unusual. I had a friend cure his son's depression with a fork and an electrical socket. And do you remember the article in the paper last summer about the woman who pulled a giant splinter from her husband's heart? You grabbed the scissors and began to hack. You are a terrible home surgeon. You removed only the wings and a fleshy chunk of the body. The beak you left behind is still submerged in my lung. It won't stop singing its unbroken song. The Lemon Law. For her 16th birthday, her parents bought her a Ford Escort from the Car Palace. It became a problem. Within weeks, it began stalling at every stoplight. All the gauges stopped working, and the muffler fell off. We had to use coat hangers to keep it attached. Still, that summer, we drove to Lincoln Woods almost every night, parked under the tree that she thought resembled Abraham Lincoln, and fucked until our bodies gave out. Then we'd crack the rear windows, suck in the cool air, and lay silently under the judgment of the moon. It was the first month of our junior year of high school when we told her parents she was pregnant. Her mother cried and kept mumbling, "My baby, my baby." Her father stared at us and began citing the state's lemon law. "They have to take it back," he kept saying.
That was Cult and Culture with Justin Pearson.